This is Debo's Overwatch blog for Season 2, September 12th. If you'd like to check me out, you can catch me on twitch.tv/SPSDebo, at YouTube at DeboSCS2, and that's also the same for my Facebook and Twitter. As always, I appreciate you guys watching this blog, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Hey guys, Debo here. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself and having a good day. This is just my vlog for the games that I played on September 12th, 2016. The beginning points we started the day was 2,475. We ended the day at, I do believe, 2,408 points. Was a little bit higher than that before, but I probably should have stopped while I'm ahead. We have a win-loss record today of 16 wins, 13 losses, 4 draws. The only thing that kind of sucks is in this game, you can't just simply be up a certain amount of games, and you'd figure if I'm 16-13, I'd be up higher, but a lot of things factor into it, and you kind of have to have like a 70% win rate when you're climbing in the Overwatch game currently right now. Not too much to say about it today. I noticed that a lot of people don't want to run healers or be competent on the DPS healers such as Zenyatta, Ana, or even the main healers such as Lucy or Mercy. I've been bumping into a lot of Mercy healers today. Personally, I feel the current way about Mercy. I don't think she should be played on defense unless... I think the only time she should be played on defense. When you're defending an objective like Hanamura the first point, or is in this little highlight video I got of the play of the day or the game of the day, I highlighted like Hollywood. Because she can res people. A lot of people have been running her. I won't go ahead and put the blame on that. But, I mean, that's just how it goes. So, again, 16 wins, 13 losses, 4 draws. The biggest thing that caused my wins today was just basically wasn't even communication. We just basically won our games from having a solid team comp, as opposed to the enemy team just having really bad team comps. What I mean by having a solid team comp, we would have me playing Zenyatta or Lucio, but 99% of the time it's Zenyatta. And then we would just have a good, like, let's say we're holding the first point, we'd have, like, a Symmetra. We would have like Ku, 2 good DPS, 2 good tanks, and it would just work out. Or we'd have like a Lucio Zenyatta, 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and the other team would just draft this weird ass comp, you know, like a Genji on defense, a Bastion, a Torchborn, no healer. We just basically outplayed them because we selected a better team comp. Those were for my wins today. That was the number one thing that happened, followed by communication. As you guys know, every single match I win or lose, I rated on a different system of like, you know, did we win because we had better communication? Did we win because we were basically more, we had the better team comp? But number one today was better team comps. People are pretty drafting or pretty weak choices today, I've noticed, or just in general recently. And you know what? That's fine because hopefully we can just get a better team comp pick, and for the most part we've been winning, and then communication always helped. The major thing for when we were losing was just basically just lack of communication, or actually, you know, I'll just say lack of communication. Had a little bit of unskilledness where we just basically outplayed, but for the most part it was just people's attitudes and bad team cons, leaning more to like same thing, the toxicity, or we won't say toxic, we'll just say just bad attitudes. People coming here, like for instance, you know, I'm telling these guys to not overextend on Nubani. Guys don't get picked off because we're gonna have some problems. You know, if we don't respect the enemy team, we get a couple picks, we lose a couple people, they're going to overrun us. They overextend, we clear the point, we reset, we come back, set back our defense. Hey guys, there's 3 minutes left, let's not do that again. We do the same thing again. They overextend, they get picked, but we reset, we kill them all, and we get back to point. Guys, we have 2 minutes left, let's stop overextending. And then they'll keep doing that, we'll get pushed back, and then towards the end of the game, I remember Lucio actually ulted before I did. He ulted, and I ulted like right after he did it, and he said, oh, that's Zenyatta's fault we lost the game because he ulted when I ulted. And I said, really? You remember all the times I was telling you guys to not overextend and not do this and play safe and we could defend the first point? And I said that so many times, and that we need to switch from this to this and play a lot safer, and we can easily win. And that one moment justifies why we lost the whole match. And then he got kind of silent and kind of stopped because he realized his attitude was pretty terrible, and he realized maybe what he said was wrong. And somebody on our team said, yeah, no, it was us. We all fucked up. But, I mean, that's just a common thing. I think in another week or so, people are going to go ahead and stop playing the game as much and rank because their ratings are tanked. I'm glad I'm still hovering between the 2400 level to 2500. Got to get back up to 2600 and push to 2700, and hopefully I can stabilize to the point where I don't drop below 2500. But I think I'm just going to need to just bang out a lot of games as Zenyatta. The system is kind of currently skewed towards people who do DPS or playing, certain positions that can get a bunch of medals or have a good performance relative to your team. What does that mean? Basically, like if you play a Lucio, it's easy to rack up, a lot of healing for your team. Plus, if you're on the payload cart, you can get gold objective time. So if you get like a lot of objective time, a lot of healing, and then get a couple objective kills, you can easily get 30 points on on Lucio. Just same thing with Zenyatta. The thing I noticed though, it's like Lucio is just you're putting the game at risk, or you're putting the game at the risk of your team. Like if you play like a Lucio or Mercy as main heals, you're relying on your team to do everything and do well. It's completely RNG. So yeah, you might get 30 minutes and it might be easier to rack up like a lot of like score, like objective time healing and stuff like that, because you're playing a major healer and all that good stuff. But the problem is you leave yourself in the hands of your teammate, which is very dangerous. Whereas Zenyatta, sometimes you can get 30 points, 35 points, even 40 points if you go in the zone in Zenyatta, but that doesn't happen too much. Like Zenyatta, you'll average about 20 to 25 points, depending on what goes on. He's not going to have number one healing, and sometimes he's not going to be on objective time because he wants to play in the very back. But see, the thing is, I noticed that you'll win more games as Zenyatta because you can actually influence the game. You can put a Discord on the ferret, you can take him out of the sky, you can kill people, you can ult and save the team. He has more game breaking stuff that can affect the outcome of game than more than a Mercy and a Lucio can ever do so. So if you're in a solo queue, if you're solo queuing, you really want to get good with Zenyatta, maybe even Ana, somebody who can do damage, carry, and affect the outcome of games. Like a good Ana can affect the outcome of game. I still say you want to practice Zenyatta over Ana because Zenyatta is better than Ana, but that's just my opinion. Those two characters can have a huge influence over the game and cause you to win, whereas Mercy and Lucio, if you know how to milk the system right and get the objective time and get the heals in, you can actually make sure you get at least 30 points per win, which is very good so for support. Nowhere near the 50 points that DPS get, but you get the drift. But like if you're playing in a duo queue or a three-man queue, as long as you're playing with somebody, then okay, you can play Lucio. So if you got a really good DPS friend or a tank, then you can play the Lucio, because then your tank friend can help you kind of carry and you guys can work together. But if you're running solo, you definitely want to look into playing Ana or Zenyatta. That's what I'm kind of slowly realizing, because you want to be able to dramatically affect the game, because you're the only constant in these games from game to game, and make sure that your team wins. So that's what I'm going to be doing a lot more. I'll be playing a lot more Zenyatta. I'll still be playing tanks and stuff when we need it. Maybe Zenyatta, a little bit of Lucio, but I'm going to be spamming a bunch of Zenyatta games because my win percentages are going up with him. And I'm noticing I can carry games a lot more. I can put out a lot of the extra damage my team needs. I can keep the certain targets discorded, and everything works out pretty well, not to mention using his ult to save the entire team. That's pretty much all I got for today. I'm going to keep spamming this Zenyatta. I think my win rate's up to 51%. It was like 48 before, so I got a lot of wins today. Like I said, hopefully by the end of the week I can finish at 2,700, 2,800 rating. Really, 2,700 would be acceptable. We got a long season ahead of us. But like I said, I just like making these little daily vlog videos just to give you a perspective on what I think about on a day-to-day basis, and what I've been noticing the trends are in the game and what's been making things better. So, even in some games I solo heal as Zenyatta because it makes a hell of a difference. And I'm able to carry games and get things done. Outside of all of that, hopefully Blizzard kind of gets their things together. Start looking into Season 3 in terms of what they can do to improve it. I think some things they definitely need to do is just have a solo duo queue ladder and a group ladder. If Blizzard's not going to go ahead and have a solo queue ladder and a group ladder, because a lot of people say it's not hard to find people, the weird thing is like, just look at it like as an MMORPG. Competitive rank can actually be like, raiding, and not everybody has time for raiding, or you might have to look for a certain group just to raid. And I think it's really weird that you actually have to wait for a certain amount of time, or you have to wait for certain people to get on just so you can play competitive. You should be able to come home, play solo queue, do that, have a good time, get in and out. Or you should be able to, when your friends get together, set a group aside, and then you guys play as a team. Teams should play against other teams. You shouldn't have a 3-man pre-made versus a team that has no pre-mades, and so on and so forth. You shouldn't have a 6-man team versus one team of 2-mans, and that does happen a lot. So Blizzard's going to have to look into that, because that is a glaring problem. I was also dealing with the levers and being a lot more harsher towards them, because I heard a lot of people, they get in the King of Hill maps when they get to the first point. If they lose the point, they'll have somebody just leave the game, and then everybody will cancel the match, and no one loses MMR, so the person I leave or something like that. So people have been abusing that system too. So Blizzard also needs to look into that. Anything else I've noticed is not really that really popping. I mean, a lot of the stuff is just common sense. Also, not making it so that, you know, your individual performance gives you like a lot of. I mean, if they're gonna do individual performance, they got to do it somewhere along the lines of, you know, where it makes it fair to everybody. Like, you know, if you have a pretty good individual performance of your team, it gives you maybe a 5 or extra 10 points, and then that can be applied to when you lose, you don't lose as many points. That would be perfectly fine. Or when you gain points. But they need to give everybody a flat amount of points. Like, if we win this game, everybody gets 20 points, and everybody has 5 to 10 extra points from which they can earn based on personal performance. That'd be great, because, like, you know, DPS should not be earning 50 points, whereas support, who's doing good, gains 30. That just makes people not want to play support. So they got to look into doing some type of flat rate that the whole team gets, because if the whole team loses, we all get the same points. You know, even if they did remove the individual aspect, I'd be okay with that. If everybody just got flat points, everybody gets 25 points. So it doesn't matter what you play or how good you do. It's just, look, did you win? Okay, everybody gets 25 points, 30 points, everybody gets it. So no one has to feel like I have to play these classes or manipulate the system so I can rank up faster. That's one of the biggest gripes right now that I currently have right now. Let me see here. That was that. And that's really about it else I can think of right now. I know I have more stuff to talk about in terms of what they can make the season. I know I'm going to make a video about it and talk about all the issues. But they really need a Sept solo duo queue from the ladder, or from team games. That's the most definite thing. Give flat out points to everybody. And that discourages people from wanting to only play DPS and stuff like that. A lot of people are more toxic and crazy. They don't respect the game. They don't understand it. But, I mean, that's normal as the season goes on. I think a lot of people are going to end up quitting. And, you know, that's just how the things go. Hopefully I get a better win-loss ratio tomorrow for the 13th. I'll go ahead and be updating that once I get done. As always, you guys can check me out on twitch.tv SPS Debo. I stream every day. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, DeboSC2. And also Twitter at DeboSC2, because you guys will know when I go live. On Facebook and Twitter, I post my new videos when I'm going live. You can watch me on YouTube live. I got it set up now so it streams to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So you can watch me on YouTube. You can watch me on Twitch. If you want to support the stream, everything's down in the description. If you want to donate or you want to subscribe or even just following on YouTube or just simply following the channel on Twitch TV, I greatly appreciate it. Outside of all that, man, I hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys loved this blog recording of my day of the September 12th, 2016 games. Hopefully this gives you some insight on what you can do in your matches to affect the outcome. Just try to be a good team player. Don't be an asshole if you can avoid it. Even today, like, I got mad at somebody earlier and I just went off, and I just got to realize I got to calm myself down and not let other people influence me. But, you know, hopefully you guys' games go well. That's it. If you guys want to see the previous vlog at the end of the video, or it's about to come up right now, just make sure you click on that little button. It'll take you back to the previous day vlog. And then, of course, if you want to see the next day vlog or the next video in the series, just go ahead and click that bottom right-hand button, and that will go ahead and take you off into the next vlog video. As always, my name is Debo. I appreciate you guys watching this vlog again, and I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling and get out of here. You guys have a great day and a great